Yo, what's up everybody? It's the SeaTactics. We're doing a review of Land of the Lustrous, and I just want to say thank you Melvin, Lee, and Kron for recommending me to watch the Land of the Lustrous. I really thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I really enjoyed this anime. I thought it was really good. You know what I'm saying? Man? It's really good. When I was getting together my list of anime to watch during the fall 2017, I added this anime, Land of the Lustrous, to my list. But somewhere along the way, that list got lost and I had to remake it. So, making my new list, I ended up with the anime I now have reviewed in 2017, like MMO Junkie, Inuyashiki, and the still ongoing fantastic series, The Ancient Magus' Bride. But there was always that one anime that caught my eye, and I just couldn't remember the name. I knew that it was an all CGI anime, and it was only available on Anime Strike, which is now dead, and the reason why I can watch anime on that service now. But with a little help from my friends in the Discord server, which you should totally frackin' join, I was able to find the anime and review it here for you all. So with that being said, let's start the review. In the distant future, a new immortal and genderless life form called gems populate the Earth. The 28 gems must fight against the Lunarians, who attack them regularly to abduct them and to turn them into decorations. Each gem is assigned a role, such as a fighter or a medic. Being only just 300 years old, Jesus. Phosphophyllite, yeah, that's a mouthful, is the youngest of the gems, has no assignment yet. They want to help to fight the moon dwellers, but are too weak and brittle for battle. One day, the master of gems, Kongou, Adamantine, assigns them the task of creating a natural history encyclopedia. 先生が呼んでる。なんだろう。Land of the Lustrous aired in fall 2017 Land of the Lustrous aired in the fall 2017 season of anime, and was an exclusive to the now defunct Anime Strike, and is now part of Amazon Prime's video subscription service you can get for being a subscriber to Amazon Prime. It is 12 episodes at a runtime of 24 minutes each episode. Land of the Lustrous was made by the studio Orange, which is a new studio who are known for producing Black Bullet, Dimensions W, and Under the Dog. That's an actual title. This anime is also based off the manga of the same name by Haruko Ichikawa, released in 2012. That's some odd number of years ago. This adaptation is directed by Takahiko Kyogoku, which that may sound familiar to some, especially if you actually know who I'm talking about. He is the director of course, the anime I reviewed on January the 1st, Love Live, and also the anime, say it with me now, Wonderful Rush. Did you say it with me? Because if you didn't, I'll be really angry. Put it down in the comments if you said it with me. Or like you went back and said it with me, because if you did that, you're weird. I've tricked you all. Now I made you go back and do it, but I tricked you, you see? That's what it... Ha! Awkward. 怒るな! Hey, Keiki! たまには先生に楽させてあげなきゃ。ああ見えて年だから。Land of the Lustrous' story has many facets to it, most of which feel more like something from a normal slice of life or a comedy anime. You have your funny characters and your cute characters being those things they're being. The humor is there, and it's likely the best part for many people out there. Whether it be Phos or Diamond, these characters have legitimately laugh-out-loud moments. And here is another unique thing about this anime. I think the comedy is way more, air quotes, Western than in typical anime. It relies on a lot of humor often not seen in anime. Some being slapstick because their bodies, which are made out of rock or other materials. An example of this is Phos having her body break and then using her stubs to make a comedic stance in one scene. Another element I really like about this show's comedy though is that it's not obvious comedy you'd normally see. A lot of these jokes and bits are kind of unexpected, especially later in the second half. But if you have an idea of what I'm talking about, because we don't spoil things things here. There is a moment, this great bit, with a bunch of, we'll say, fluffy characters attack, and it's such a subversion of expectations that you can't help but love it and adore its humor. If there is one thing this show excels at with the story, it's the comedy elements.
くっそ忙しそうにしちゃってさ。よし、今日こそ先生に頼むんだ。
As for the rest of the story, well, it's complicated, that's for sure. The first 4 or so episodes, give or take, are very slow compared to the second half. Now, personally, I don't mind these first 4 episodes as they were easy to follow, which because of this, I was able to edit some videos while watching in the background. But I think this criticism stands up pretty well, and it's true. The show's first 4 or so episodes just seem to be the weakest parts of the show, whether it be the pacing or character interactions. I think this is a problem because they wanted to adapt a certain part from the manga, and they just had to stretch things out a bit artificially. That's fine and all, and honestly, there is nothing that could be done since they were contracted to do that story specifically. And honestly, that does suck, but I think it's okay, and with the second half of this series, I feel I can forgive most of the problems of the first half. This series, though, will reward you for sitting through the first half. It'll just be up to you to put in that time at that point. And the second half is well paced. It's frantic and has a lot of interesting ideas with our main character Phos and how she develops. But it also has terrific action sequences and just great story moments that are both cute and dramatic. Believe me, when I saw the second half of this series, I can say it was some of the best anime I've watched in 2017.
おーっと、まずは第一印象。バッチリ、かわいい、凛々しい。
The most unique and best part of this anime as a whole has to be the characters. They're also unique, and their minerals give them these unique personalities as well as their looks. I guess you could call these things genderless. I mean, they outright say it in multiple episodes, but just for the sake of it, we'll call them girls. Because let's be honest here, they're girls. But these girls all have their own unique qualities to them. For example, Diamond is the most innocent and gentle of the characters, even though her body is a 10 out of 10 hardness. Okay. Because she is made out of diamond. Another character who is the weakest in terms of hardness, Cinnabar, is considered one of the best in combat though. She's also a very mysterious and brooding character that you get to know a little throughout the series. But in terms of an overall look, these characters are based off their minerals that they're named after. And because of this, it kind of helps them have this unique quality to them, which makes them incredibly memorable compared to some other anime. But on top of that, the show really wants you to believe in these characters and get attached to them, even though they should be the hardest characters to get behind because they're freaking gems, man. But this show does such a good job with developing these characters in pretty much every episode. Even these slow episodes you watch at the beginning still have their importance to them because they are all about developing these characters. Like I said, besides the comedy, this series has some of the best characters around. And let's go right into the art.
失礼します。
ああ。
金剛先生、お呼びですか。
So getting into the art with, of course, character designs, which are done by Asako Nishida. This name may sound familiar to some as Love Live. They all did Love Live, people. Everyone who made this anime made Love Live. The designs, though, they fit every character's personality pretty much perfectly. Sure, they are all dressed in black suits, but their hair and facial designs all look unique and special. The CGI models in this are just some of the best I've ever seen in my time watching anime. I'd like to compare them to another show that had well-designed CG models, Inuyashiki. Land of the Lustrous, though, probably edges that one out to become the best CGI models in 2017. As for the backgrounds, there really is nothing to see here. But you'd be surprised at how well they're designed, even though there's nothing going on. I'm sure you've seen throughout the review how well these designs are, but let me reiterate that the designs here are well thought out, even though they are not in any way unique. This is easily the best looking CGI, pure CGI. I need to make that designation clear. It is the best pure CGI anime of all time. Animation in the show is really where most people will probably be paying attention. Most CGI models these days look amazing, but in motion are somewhat low quality a lot of the times. But Land of the Lustrous is simply the best animated CGI show of all time. I think this is the second time I've said it. I think I'll say it again. It's the best animated CGI show of all time. Whether it be incredible shots that literally could not be done in 2D animation or the incredible smoothness of the action on screen. This anime does CGI brilliantly, and it should be recognized for it. Most people will simply hate on CGI just because it's CGI and not traditional animation style. But let's face the facts. Animation is hard to do a lot of the times, and it means you have to hire animators in classic 2D animation. Land of the Lustrous proves to me, and to the industry at large, that if done right, you don't need to animate in 2D every single time. You just have to figure out how to do CGI at the very least as good as this show. And I don't know what accent that was, Jesus Christ. If Orange could animate this show as well as they did with the facial expressions, action, and simple smooth movements, then what's to stop this style from becoming popular? And why shouldn't it?
では、いっそ戦うとかは。
戦うだと。
だって、それだけは一度も試してないですし。
それだけは諦めなさい。
Land of the Lustrous's score is done by Yoshiaki Fujisawa, who is most notable for scoring the series, say it with me everybody, this time you can actually really say it with me, Love Live. But while I think the Love Live score was fine and wasn't anything too special outside of the film, this score actually surprised me a little bit. I was actually very surprised to learn that Fujisawa did the score here in general, because I am familiar with this work from Love Live the most. The score here turned out to be nothing like the Love Live score. This score here turned out to be filled with so much depth, but what got to me was the best parts of the score, which were the action scenes later in the second half. This score just had its moments of brilliance. The score that was used here was just effective, and going back and re-watching certain episodes, I was consistently more impressed with those action scenes. Also, it is worth noting that the opening and ending songs for this series are the best of 2017, and I say this with a complete straight face and 100% honesty and so much straight serious face. I love both opening and endings equally, and I believe nothing, I mean that, nothing hits the level of those opening and endings in 2017.
わかったよ。仕方ないな。僕の味方はお前だけだよ。
Land of the Lustrous has its faults, with the first half, give or take, being a little bit slow. But as an overall package, in a complete first season, Land of the Lustrous, I think, makes up a little bit for its faults. It does so much in the way of innovation, what with its CGI, that it creates this unique anime and experience you just can't get really anywhere else. It uses camera shots and angles that just aren't in anime right now. Overall, Land of the Lustrous receives, because really of its innovation, an 8 out of 10. And honestly, I was going to give this a 7 out of 10 because of its faults in the story. But like I said, taking everything, CGI, the innovation they did there, 8 out of 10 seemed perfect for this anime. It just does so much on the technical side that I felt this score was earned. But beware, the series is incomplete as of this recording, so keep in mind when going into this anime. Other than that, you should have a great experience watching this anime just like I did myself. Also, a little bit noteworthy things. I watched this on my Amazon Video through Xbox One and received extremely low bit rates and resolutions. I did go back and rewatch a lot of episodes in 1080p HD during the writing of this review, but please keep in mind that my viewing experience through Amazon Video was trash. And I want to end my review there. Thank you guys for watching. If you felt this review helped you decide to watch it or not watch it, let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure to give this video a like. Yeah. And click on my videos too. It helps YouTube. Yeah, just click on my videos, all of them. Just watch all of the videos. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the review. Ba 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 ba.